Hey guys, thank you very much for joining us this morning. It's really awesome to have you guys be a part of the team, and I think the IBD program is definitely going to work. It's just a matter of getting the right people in, and we do want to count on having some really good people come on board. So I take it that Sumesh and Larusha is familiar faces to you guys, and they've always given you all the necessary tools and knowledge, and also the right amount of attention to understand what the program is all about. Now we do have a lot of products in our space, but the question is, when we have that many products, we need people to actually understand different products. So there's a lot of different categories and a lot of different sections that we have within our space, and we're always looking for people that are keen and excited and passionate about certain products. I do believe that Sumesh and Larusha have been talking to you guys about laptops. We sell a lot of laptops, so online sales is one of the ways that we sell. Um, and I'm just going to go through very quickly what we do in corporate mall. We sell three ways. We have online, which after COVID accelerated tremendously. We've seen a major growth in sales after COVID because of our online sales. And we do sell on various different platforms, including our own platform. And what we notice is that people are finding it much easier to buy online with ease of use, And I think everybody can see Woolworths and Checkers 6060 is really making strides as well. That is the future. People want convenience, people want easy delivery. And that's something that we do offer. So I would like to open it up to a lot of the IBDs as well. If you come across products that you do believe that will work really well online and we don't have it, please make that recommendation to our team so we can look into it and possibly reward you for bringing that type of product onto our space, because I do believe right now, where there's effort, there should be reward. So if you do hear Pepper in the background, she's my little cat, so she's probably running around. But yeah, um, online is one of the spaces that we do sell in. The next space is where you guys are currently working on, which is our inquiry sales. And inquiry sales is really about relationship sales. It's about relationship building. It's about building a strong relationship with your client, your customer, people that you know, people that you don't know, people that you want to get to know. And that is where the IBD program was, well, the LEAD 2020 program, brought on IBDs, which is independent business developers, to extend those relationships. Because, for instance, right, I can only have 10 good relationships that I'm handling with multiple customers. But I don't want to just have 10. I want to have 1,000. In order for me to get 1,000, we're going to get 10 other people who will have 100 relationships, or 100 people will have 10 relationships each, and then you will have 1,000 good clients and good relationships with different clients. Now, the IBE program was designed for the inquiry sales. We've made it easy for you guys to be able to put on the inquiries on the system. Ease of use, I'm pretty sure the rest of the team sees all the different inquiries coming in the background, and then they basically attend to it. And that's the way we attack the inquiry sales. Now, the question is, inquiry sales, what does it mean? What does corporate mall really stand for? We say procurement made simple. And when we talk about procurement, we want to emphasize the word procurement, because procurement is normally dealing with corporates, with companies, and we're not really looking for that end user client that wants to buy once off, that can buy the same thing from us where they can buy it on Takealot. We're not really looking for that client. We're looking for the clients that are looking for solutions. We're looking for the clients that are corporates. We're looking for the clients that are wanting to buy multiple products at multiple times in the year. So whether it is clothing for that company to build their brand, whether it is something to do with advertising space like banners. That's just on the marketing and branding side. And now there's two very important categories that we cater for in terms of business services, and that is technology. And we're very strong with laptops and technology accessories. When I say technology accessories, a lot of our business stemmed from after COVID, where we started selling a lot of docking stations, extra screens, people working from home. We catered for that particular per employee that was going to be working from home versus working in the office. Because prior to COVID, everybody worked from offices. And then after COVID, people started working from home, whether it was executive or whether it was an administrator or whether it was a technical person, they started working from home. And we do believe that is the way to go for in the future, where people are going to be able to work from anywhere. The rest of the world is actually doing that at the moment. And yes, there are certain big corporate that will say all of their employees need to work from an office, and that's because they want to try and control them. Now, we're not looking for those people that only can work from office. We're looking for the IBDs that really want to be working independently, that is able to manage their time, able to manage their space, able to manage their energy, and go out there and get excited about bringing in business. We're looking for the true entrepreneur. Now, what does it take to be a true entrepreneur? Now, myself, I'm going to give you a little background story. Most of my team don't know my entire story, and I give them snippets from here and there and everywhere. But really speaking, I came from Durban, and when I left Durban, the fact of the matter is I was looking for a job, and I wanted to work, and I worked for Standard Bank for a long time, for about 3 years or so at Standard Bank. And it killed me because it was an 8 to 5, but we ended up going home at 9 o'clock because the work was so much. And this was at the Durban Cash Center in Greyville in Standard Bank. And all I did was count money all day. And that was my teens. And I was 20, I think I was 21 back then. The difficulty of that was I didn't see a future. I didn't see growth. So I said, let me just take on the risk because I need more money. So I became an auto bank custodian, and we were going around filling these machines that pay, auto banks back then, ATMs, we call the ATMs, filling these machines in the background where people go punching the details and then get money out of it. But it was extremely risky. And what used to happen was there was a couple of guards that I didn't have a gun, so you were not allowed to carry a gun. But ultimately, I was carrying 6 million rands with me at a time. And believe me, when you know that you have a vehicle, 2 people with a 6-shooter and a shotgun, people want to actually take that up, So there were people that used to follow us. There's people that I used to be scared for my life. I used to have a bulletproof vest on. But little did I know that it was the people that you're working with just right next to you, because the guard that was supposed to protect me, the one guy wasn't trained properly, and he managed to drop his gun in. Back then, we used to have these bulletproof the bulletproof glass between the two. When we go in the bank, we used to go in at 5 o'clock in the morning, sometimes at 4 o'clock, just to actually avoid these guys trying to get us, And ultimately, this one guard actually dropped his gun, and the bullet ricocheted back and forth in the glass, bulletproof glass, and it shot him in his leg. And at that point, I realized this is not worth my life. I definitely had to be meant for something bigger than this. And I did leave Durban straight after, come up to Johannesburg, wanting to start up a trucking company because my family was in trucking. And then I got involved in the technology industry, started learning about building computers, selling computers. And that's where my background was. This was way back then. Well, I've got three decades yeah, 3 decades in technology. And this was way before the Y2K bug came out. So that was in 2000. And then we saw the automation starting with cell phones, and we started watching just how much technology was growing. And today, everything is about shopping online. So that's why we developed this program for corporate mall to shop for people shopping online. But there's one big challenge that we face, and that is when you deal with corporates, it is all about having a relationship with a person. That's why we wanted to have IBDs. We wanted to have independent business developers that would go out there and have a relationship with multiple people. And with having multiple relationships with people, companies, the fact of the matter is people buy from people. They don't buy from a company. Companies buy from companies a lot of the times because they establish a relationship with a person, and thereafter it is because it's a strong relationship that they actually trust the company, and vice versa. The person that actually is representing a company needs to be trusted as well to represent the company well, and the company also needs to be able to deliver. Because if you cannot deliver, you cannot do a deal for 100 Rand or 200 Rand, let alone 20 million or 50 million. So the idea behind it is to build something strong enough to be able to deal with whether it's in the order for 1,000 Rand, or whether it's an order for 20,000 Rand, or whether it's an order for 500,000 Rand. And that's what we've built in Corporate Mall over the last 25 years. It's a lot to do with my experience in technology. It's a lot to do with my experience in marketing. And those are the two very strong areas that we are in technology and marketing. So I'm not going to bore you guys with all of the details of my life, but I've learned a thing or two about being a true entrepreneur. And therefore, I developed a team that is able to deal with what entrepreneurs deal with. And everybody should actually want to feel brave enough to go and speak to any CEO, to any corporate client, any procurement department. They should be brave enough to go in, because you never know where your luck lies. Whether it is a deal for 20,000 Rand or whether it's a deal for 20 million Rand, it should be approached in the same way. And therefore, we actually developed the training program as well to be able to deal with that. Now, some of the very important things that you need to deal with when you're dealing with sales is make a list. If you make a list of people that you know, people that you don't know, people that you would like to know, if you actually approach it in that way, those people become very, very clear in your space. Once you actually make that list of people that you either know or don't know, the people that you know, they most likely won't buy from you. So let me give you a heads up. All right, people that you know may not buy from you. And the reason why they may not buy from you is because they already know your background. They already know who you are, and now you're going to try and sell them something. So the idea behind it is for them to know what you do, and they need to come to you. When they do come to you, you want to actually be able to have a strong team of people behind you to be able to serve that, whether they're looking for a laptop, whether they're looking for technology, or whether they're looking for branding services. You need to be able to have a strong team behind you. And therefore, they will purchase from you because they know that they will trust the company that you are working with, and therefore that will actually give them confidence. But it's the people that don't know you that you go in and you represent, and you say, you know what, this is what we do. And because of the tools that we have, the catalogs, the quality quotation that comes in, the BE certificates that we have all necessary documents to be able to register with any big corporate client. And ultimately, we will share that information with you guys when you'll need it based on the inquiry that is coming through. So you can go and approach a client that wants to buy something for 1,000 Rand, or you want to sell something for 20 million Rand. You just work with the team, speak to the team about it, and we will get involved and we will assist you to close that deal. Yes, it does change a bit because there are certain, you have to gear it up to be able to win that deal. And I will work personally directly when it comes to the bigger deals of over 250,000. I'll get personally involved and give my team the necessary tools. Quintus will be very involved, Venetia will be very involved in those deals. And ultimately, we can help you together, the team, and get it over the line with paperwork in place. And definitely, if there's something that you want us to sign to say, well, you will get the commission on those things, we will definitely do that as well. We would like to be transparent about it. All right, so that's dealing with deals from whether it is a small deal to a big deal, and having a strong support structure and strong team that will support you in the times that customers or clients will give you challenges. Now, there's a lot we can teach you, but I cannot teach you all of that in the next 30 minutes. That is the reason why we've developed a training program to be able to deal with it. The most important thing is for you to ask the right questions at the right time. So it is quite key and important that you understand what different products we have, and that's product knowledge that needs to be given by the rest of the team.